Never call Satan after 3 a.m. It's
Oh.
bad.
That's when he gets evil.
Never
Really?
call the imposter from Among Us after 3 a.m.
The imposter from Among Us? What is that?
You know the imposter from Among Us.
No, I don't.
You never played Among Us?
No.
No.
What is it?
It's like a game. I don't know. It's a game
a video
people used to
game?
play, yeah.
Oh, I never
It's like a
played it.
meme. You know this guy.
Oh.
You know this guy.
I don't.
Don't trust him.
I never played that game.
Don't
the guy with
trust him.
the leaves on his head?
Any of them.
Any of them.
You can't just. So it's like you gotta like guess who the killer is out of all of them. I can't believe I'm talking about Among Us on Joe Rogan.
What
This is
the,
amazing.
I don't know. I've never. You
This
know what
is
it is,
amazing.
Jamie? You do? I don't know what it is.
Got big over the pandemic.
Oh, it did?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
so it's recent?
It was a game that you play with your friends.
Oh, interesting.
Some would debate it's for babies, but it's pretty fun. I don't play it.
Why would they say it's for babies?
I don't know, just
it's
because
cartoony?
like babies play it sometimes, like much like Fortnite. Sorry, Fortnite.
Babies play a lot of things.
That's true,
They play cool shit too.
but that's true. They do rose smelling.
Yeah.
But it kind of got like it kind of got memed a little bit, the Among Us thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's weird that some people like things until they find out the type of other people that like it.
Sure.
And they're like, I don't like this thing anymore.
Well, dude, you remember how big, what is it? The Facebook, well, Meta, the metaverse or whatever. How big that was supposed to be, the
Yes.
VR thing.
Yeah.
Right? And so I just watched a thing by a guy named Jarvis Johnson. And he went in and spent like a week playing like 14 hours a day in the metaverse. And it's all just kids. So they said it was going to be huge, huge, huge. And there's 900 people on it. And they're all kids. And he would go everywhere. And it's all kids to the point where there was an 18 and up like bar, and you would have to hold your arms out, and they would measure your arm length to make sure that you weren't a kid. Isn't that crazy? I don't know, man. It's just like,
That's bizarre.
it's crazy, but it's just like,
Well, that's
there it
weird.
is. Yeah, there you
If
go.
someone's, oh wow,
Arm
age
length.
verification. What if someone's really tiny?
right?
Like what happens
Right.
to
That's
like
what I'm
little
saying.
people?
Yeah. What if it's like just a guy with a short wingspan?
Yeah. Yeah, you're fucked.
You can't get into the bar. But that's
Wow.
all right, because there was 2 people in there.
The whole thing is, you're hanging out with kids. That's bizarre.
It's weird,
Yeah,
man.
that's a different thing. That's like an interactive thing,
Right,
not like if you're playing a video game and it's just you versus the computer.
right. And these these fucking kids at these multiplayer games are so good.
Yeah, they have no life.
It's crazy.
no
dude.
mortgage,
They're so
no
good.
family,
I miss those
no
days, man.
aspirations. They know when food is coming.
That's what I meant by whenever I said the goal of life is to be a kid, I meant like
Yeah.
don't pay taxes. So I haven't paid mine. Just joking. That's a joke too.
Yeah, go to Puerto Rico.
You don't have to pay taxes?
Well, there's a weird thing. If you live in Puerto Rico, it's like 51% of the time or something like that. I forget what the percentage is.
But you just roll the
you
dice?
You don't pay federal taxes.
How do you do that?
Because Puerto Rico, if you claim Puerto Rico as your residence, I'm gonna fuck this up, but Peter Schiff explained it to me. But that's why, like Jake and Logan Paul, they live in Puerto Rico. You don't have to pay taxes.
Do you watch the fight?
I did.
What do you think?
It's a good fight. Jake did a great job.
He's
very talented.
He's big.
Yeah, he's a big fella.
Yeah.
He's a big fella, and Nate is definitely smaller than him. Definitely doesn't hit as hard as him. And Jake has a lot more experience in professional boxing now, for sure. But he's legit. Legit fighter.
I mean, yeah, he looks good. I mean, Nate, I just love watching Nate fight.
He's an animal.
He is amazing. He is like one of my favorites to watch, and I was super pumped to. It came on after the show in Dallas the first night, like 2 nights ago.
They're talking about having an MMA fight, which would be a way different fight.
I want that fight.
Yeah, that's a way
I want
different
that
fight. That's a way different fight.
I feel like, and I've never been in a combat sport before, but like, it changes everything.
Changes everything.
Like you see Nate kind of getting up against the rope because he wants the chain there.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like, because he's getting up against the rope, and I'm like, oh, in MMA or UFC or whatever, you can get up against.
You can tie him up.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's totally different.
It's totally different. But Jake is a very good wrestler. He's a great athlete, very good fighter. And I know he's never done an MMA fight before, but if he had one, I think he'd be good at it. I think he'd be good at it just like he's good at boxing. He'd figure it out.
He's built crazy.
Yeah.
Like looking at him since his first fight.
He fucking trains hard.
He's big.
To go 10 rounds like that with Nate constantly coming forward, you got to be in some serious shape. Serious shape. That's also a lot of experience too, because you got to know when to hit the gas and when to back off.
Right.
When you're in you can't just fight full blast for 10 rounds. It's not possible.
I was just doing, so we filmed a movie, a scene in a movie, and I had to go in and do voiceover for the movie, for dubs, and they were telling me to throw fake punches, and I did it for like 10, not even full on for 10 minutes, and I was like, oh my God, I was so fucking sore, and I was sore for the next week. I was like, yo, and then you look at like 20 minutes? Or how long was it? How long are the rounds?
Well, it's 10 3-minute rounds.
10 3-minute rounds.
30 minutes
30
of boxing.
That's insane.
It's insane.
That's insane.
That's hard. That's hard to do. You know what's a great workout? The VR boxing games. Have you ever fucked with any of those?
No, sir.
They're great.
I'm in the metaverse, man.
I'm
playing Among Us in VR.
They're great workouts that are in a game because you actually are boxing the guy. You have these handsets on. The handsets are your gloves. So you actually throw punches and you move away from their punches.
Sure.
And it shows you when you hit them.
And it measures your goggles too, so it knows where your goggles are.
It knows exactly where you're at.
That's cool.
So as your head moves, the punches slip by. You can duck under them and hit them with uppercuts.
So is it like multiplayer?
No, you're single player. You're
I
just
didn't
playing
know if
against
you
the
were
game.
fighting like real people. Because I was like, imagine like, oh fuck, I'm a 12-year-old at my house and I gotta box Joe Rogan.
You can do that in fencing. I know in fencing you can have a fence off with each other. I bet they have a thing for boxing where you could do it against someone, where you both on opposite sides of the room and you're boxing each other.
Well, if you send me your gamer tag, so if I ever go up against you.
I don't have a gamer tag.
Gamer tag is also quite old, I think. I don't know.